Hello again, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Early Check-In. My name is Russell Paulson, and I'm privileged to be joined today by Nicholas Belliard and John Reed from the Aman Properties. We have a special attire to describe one of them, so I guess let's start with you, John. Can you tell me about where you're from?
Sure. So I'm from the Kingdom of Bhutan. This is a traditional Bhutanese go. It's what the men wear on a day-to-day basis in the kingdom. And we have this series of lodges that range in size from 8 rooms up to 24 rooms that are spread out across the valleys of Paro, Thimphu, Punakha, Gangte, and Bumthang. What we do is offer guided, tailor-made journeys basically through the different valleys and taking guests off on just beautiful immersive experiences, exploring the destination and taking in the beautiful spiritual side of the country as well. Well, I think it goes back to every valley truly is distinctly different in terms of what it offers, from these ancient Buddhist temples that date back to the 7th, 8th century, the high level of the monastic body that's present throughout the kingdom, spirituality and groundedness of the people themselves, a strong sense of community, how hospitable and welcoming they are.
Is there a better time to visit, would you say, or?
Unbiased, I say we're very much a year-round destination. From early October right up into the spring months, typically you've got crystal clear cobalt blue skies. Temperatures that range from sort of the mid-40s up to the high 60s. Even though we're in the Himalayas, everybody thinks, Mount Everest inundated with snow.
Right.
We're lucky if we get snow maybe once or twice per year, and it's like that, and it's gone very quickly. So it's just a beautiful time to come and explore. The nights get down below freezing, but you're inside with big fireplaces and hot water bottles and mugs of cider and whatnot. So it's very cozy and intimate in the evenings, but beautiful stars outside. The summer months, we do get a little bit of precipitation, but the flora and fauna just pops. It's amazing. So incredible rhododendrons, over 100 different types of rhododendrons. And then we take guests quite often hiking and trekking for multiple nights up into the mountains during that wetter time of the year to see the flowers. You see a lot of flora and fauna, basically, the blue
gorgeous
sheep and cats and whatnot, that at the higher altitude. So it's very, very special that time of the year as well.
If someone wants to do all 5 properties,
yes,
how much time would you say would be appropriate, allotted to be able to experience each one?
Right. So to do all 5, normally we'd recommend 11 or 12 nights, and you'd start off in Thimphu for a couple of nights, explore that valley, a couple of nights in Punakha, again exploring, then out to Gangte, and then Bumthang, which is the furthest lodge out. We normally recommend 3 nights there because there's so much to see and do. You could actually spend much longer there. And then we have domestic air service from Bumthang back to Paro, and you'd spend a couple nights there and finish up, and that's where the famous Tiger's Nest is, this beautiful 10th century monastery that hangs on the edge of the cliff. So we save that for the end of the journey. We want guests to be well acclimatized and comfortable with the hike up. It's about a 2.5, 3 hour hike up, whether you walk yourself or take a donkey or a mule up most of the way, and then spend time in the monastery. So you wrap up your journey there, and then you're close to the international airport and fly out from there.
Okay, that's perfect. And you said the smallest one had 8 rooms.
Smallest lodge is 8 rooms. That's our property in Gangte, and the largest is in Paro. We have 24 rooms. And then Thimphu and Bumthang both have 16 rooms, and then our property in Punakha has 12 rooms.
So all very intimate.
Very intimate, small, cozy, very accommodating. I mean, they're all comprehensive in terms of the dining, spa facilities. Our property in Punakha has a big 30-meter swimming pool, infinity edge pool that overlooks surrounding rice terraces and down the river valley. But they're just a wonderful sort of home base. You could spend all day in the lodges, but Bhutan is really about getting out and exploring. I call what we do really like a cultural safari, because you're out with your own guide and driver just exploring nonstop every day.
AMANPURI is the first property. Can you give us a little bit of a background of how that started and where it's come today?
Would love to. No comment on my traditional attire. my Thai suits made in Italy. No, you don't. Just trying to learn from my colleague here. But AMANPURI, no, you're right. This is where it all started, Russell, 31 years ago. A very unique property, an insight into Thailand, into Asia, a property that has 40 pavilions, 47 villas. The villas are quite large, have range from 4 to 9 bedrooms, all with their private swimming pools, chefs, butler. And a very unique design, Ed Tuttle design, a lot of local maca wood that creates we're not going in a journey as intense as in Bhutan, but when our guests arrive, they truly have a flair and truly have a feel of being in Thailand and arriving in a very special surrounding. We're set amidst 20 hectares with a private beach, which is a very important feature for Phuket, as you can only access our beach via the hotel. Beautiful white sand and great nautical activities.
What would you say is the biggest development that the property has seen from when it opened and is the flagship of the Aman brand to where it is today?
It's a tough one. You're raising a tough question. I think as somebody with a responsibility of managing this property, the first direction is return to greatness. AMANPURI defined everything 31 years ago, and we have to build upon those blocks that my predecessors set up. So it's recognize what was done before. So for example, last year we introduced a wellness component, which is a substantial increase in the size of our spa. We doubled the size of our spa. At the same time, completely different topic, but recognize the fact that our guests now have children. We created an eco beach center, catering to children from 5 to 11, from 11 to 18. But we also invested into a mastercraft vessel that creates its own wake. So when you do wakeboarding, you just go behind this boat that creates this perfect wave for wakeboarding. And we have a world championship in wake surf that is there to train our guests, and also kite surfing when the wind permits it.
Like an insider suggestion or tip for the destination that I can readily read about online from someone who has lived there and experienced and lives the destination.
Right.
Do you want to share your tailor?
My tailor, of course, and for the boots,
That's
of course.
what I'm getting at. Yeah, exactly.
Well. No, we can definitely take anyone down to the tailors and have a beautiful traditional go, or for the women, the Kira made, and then I'm not sure if your viewers can see the boots, but these beautiful tailored-made boots as well. But no, every valley, of course, has its little secret hidden gems, and you know, the capital itself, Thimphu. A couple of my favorites are, of course, visiting the main fortress, the main zong that's there, and the beautiful altar rooms and these massive big Buddha statues. The same in Punakha at the old fortress there that dates back to the 16th century. And you just feel this beautiful spirituality and energy that's there. But also in Thimphu, we've got some lovely hikes up to some little remote, hidden sort of enclaves that are training institutes for the monastic body. So, you know, like 250 young monks there, and for guests to go and spend a day with them and have a meal with them and then have some blessings and be with them as they go about some of their rituals. It completely blows you away and just sets a whole tone for the rest of the journey.
Wow.
So we've got some little special events and experiences like that as you go from valley to valley.
Thailand is majority Buddhist country, and so we'll see on property blessings that are organized on a monthly basis. But this is not done for guests. It's done by our team for the property, and we love to invite the guests when they see it, because they just stumble upon it. And we'll see 9 monks coming on a monthly basis and blessing the property. So there's for those who wish, there is a spiritual component, and most guests feel something and then wish to participate and wish to be blessed by those monks. AMANPURI, due to its location, has a very strong relationship with the water, with the sea. All the activities, all the islands that are available, the snorkeling is unbelievable. Just going and exploring, and more importantly, returning. It's great to leave and to explore. It's even better to return and to be able to relax and enjoy this beautiful resort and this sense of peace.
Gentlemen, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sharing a little bit about your properties,
Pleasure.
coming in. I appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Russell.
As we say in Bhutan, Tashi Delay, which means may all good things come to you.
Tashi Delay. Thank you.
Thank you.